First up, we have our 357 Magnum, so I'm going to see what kind of velocity I get with these. 1233, 1249, 1258, 1270, 1273, and that's a very powerful ammo. That's full powered ammo out of the snub, and surprisingly it actually has less recoil than typical 357 Magnum 125 grain, even though the energy is about the same. I've always noticed that about critical defense. So now our 45 ACP, we are rated at 1,000 feet per second. That's probably through a 5-inch barrel. 902, 901, 868, 890, 898. That's kind of what I expected. Now I will say, between the 45 and the 357 Magnum, the recoil with the 45 is significantly less. It's quite a bit less. It's a lot easier to control than that 357 Magnum. Let's see what we get with our 357 Magnum snub nose. Now let's set that with our 45 ACP. Go take a look. So both of those did kind of similar in a lot of ways. You see some bullet rollback on that 45 there. Energy dump in the first 3 inches, you know, pretty similar. So they're both delivering a good amount of shock right there, hitting that first 3-inch piece, which means they're likely expanding out before they would hit a rib simulation. So overall, not bad. I'm gonna be honest here though, it looks like the entire track is bigger with our 45, and that's to be expected because, you know, it is a bigger bullet starting out. What we got going on with our 357 Magnum for penetration is 14 3/4 inches of penetration. Now we have some rollback with the 45. Typically that happens when that bullet expands a lot bigger than its starting diameter, and then even if it shrinks down a little bit from peeling the petals back, it'll still roll back in that channel. But what we got going on there is we get about 17 inches with our 45 ACP. So both of these are performing really well in plain gel. All right, so here's a close-up look at these bullets going through plain gel, our 357 Magnum and our 45 ACP. So both of those performed really well. Looks like the percentage of expansion is a lot higher from its starting diameter with the 357 Magnum, because it expanded out to about as big as that 45. But the 45 in its own right, for, you know, the velocity it was working with, I would say performed pretty good.